live in Phoenix. I'm joined up here in the booth by Dank Bootyflakes, and I am Captain Dead Dad. You will remember me from yesterday's truck broadcast. So, Dank, who are you thinking is going to be the favorite for tonight's race?
I'm probably looking at Joker, to be honest. I mean, he's fast everywhere he goes.
Yes, definitely. Joker tends to be pretty much on top of everyone's favorites list to try and win. Hopefully, we should be joined here momentarily by Mayhem tomorrow. And I'm honestly feeling I don't think I'm going to go for Joker this race. I'm thinking Heredia is most likely going to pull a win out of his bag of tricks. He seems to do pretty good as well at just about any track you put him in, so...
Also a very, very good pick.
Definitely. I mean, if you're ever gonna try and make a list to pick people, Joker and Heredia need to go right there up at the top. They are two of the best Cup drivers we have got in this entire league. But I mean, there's also just a lot of people that you cannot just count out. I mean, you've got the 20 of Fistbuster, who's been shown in the off-season to be a pretty good driver. And then you've also got a couple of other drivers, such as Riley48, who was actually Season 1 Cup Series champion for Hennessy. I mean, also, what are your thoughts on tonight's race being run in 3X for the Cup Series? From what I heard, Stage 1's going to be filled with just a lot of saving. Do you think anyone's really going to capitalize on that?
To be honest, if I was in the race, I'd have definitely saved tires the whole first stage and basically the whole race and just let other people blow up in front of me, especially with 3 times the wear.
Definitely. I mean, you've got to be saving from start to finish here. You cannot... you just cannot go all out in that first stage. But from what I heard after the first stage, stages 2 and the final one, it's just going to be just full send, 100% racing. None of that saving stuff, so.
That would be amazing to call, and I hope that happens.
It would. Yeah, the Xfinity series had actually dropped down to a 2X race to avoid what happened back in the truck series yesterday, because some of the admins had found that just the tire wear was really harsh at Phoenix, and they talked it out. They had put it up to a vote, and thankfully they'd moved it down to a 2X wear race. So
yeah, that's good.
Definitely is good there. I'm not sure when we'll be able to join. Have you gotten an invite?
I got an invite from Joker like 3 minutes ago. I didn't know whether I should join or not.
That's good. You're fine for now. They haven't said anything.
I bet.
Yep. Surprisingly, we don't really have anyone really watching. Kind of. Anyway, what are your thoughts on Phoenix as a track? I mean, it's been shown to not really be super popular, with a lot of the drivers opting to either start and park or just sit out the race. What's your thoughts on the track?
It's my very worst track on this game. For me to even run up front, much less get points like I did in the Xfinity race, is a complete shock to me. I don't know what's so hard about it. It's just annoying. Mainly people just running people over is kind of the annoying part if you get stuck in traffic.
Definitely. I mean, from what I saw in the Xfinity race, you had managed to pull out a 4th place finish there at the end, just barely edging ahead of your teammate in Tiger NASCAR. I mean, you definitely looked like you had a fast car out there, but as you said, Phoenix tends to not be your best track. It'd be scary.
It wasn't fun at all.
Yeah, it'd be scary to think how you would have done if it were your best track.
Oh, that was last week. Text.
All right, hey,
Okay.
We're good to go ahead and join here. Oh, jeez. We're going to see who is on the pole real quick, and we've actually got Riley 48, you know, the guy that you never really can count out. He is on pole, so good job to him.
A true champion right there.
Definitely, I mean, in championship form.
Already in the early season, getting quick poles.
Definitely, I mean, you want to get poles as much as you can.
Fistbuster isn't surprising much in second. He's pretty fast.
It'd be scary to think how you would have done it for your best track.
Alright, cool. Joker 1, 2. Remind me that to make sure everyone's mic is heard, so. Which, whatever. Anyway, getting into the race here, we'll see if they've even started yet. Which it looks like they have, and we're coming. We actually didn't miss anything, surprisingly. We've got Riley 48 in first with kind of two pretty big surprises. Again, Fistbuster currently in second, just right next to Riley there, and just behind him, I believe that is Ghost in the 21.
He was really fast here in Xfinity last season.
Definitely, I can't remember how he done exactly, but he's been shown to have pretty good speed. And then right behind him, or rather now, just in front of him, we've got Heredia. Definitely all four of them are good racers, so it'll be interesting to see who manages to win this stage here.
There's so many battles, I don't know which one to look at.
Yeah, I mean, definitely you're going to find battles just about everywhere on this track. Every single turn is an overtaking opportunity. I mean, turn 1 and 2.
The Hendricks boys 3 wide down the middle.
That's definitely a Masob's move there. I mean, if it works, it works. But yeah, you're going to find battles just about everywhere on this track. Through turns 1 and 2, you've got 2 different lines. You can run the bottom.
Ooh,
you can
6
run.
in the wall.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's
I think he's lagging. Yeah, he's lagging.
That's a bit of a tough break for him. I believe he was 5th there on the start, but we're actually going to see Masopes move up into that top 5 position there, as it seems like top 4 is just kind of evened out a little bit and figured out what they were doing. So yeah, you're going to find a lot of battling here. Turns 1 and 2, you've got the inside line, the outside line. Both of them are very good lines to run. You can get that run on the top side and just full send it down that backstretch, or you can try as hard as you can on that inside and try and slide up into the high line.
Dude,
I mean,
you see this group of cars back here, bro?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a little bit. It's a huge battle back there. I mean, pack racing here is not something you very often see, but it tends to get pretty hectic once you're multiple cars deep and two or three across.
Almost all of Team Hendricks is in this pack.
Definitely. I mean, you've got Joker, who's actually looking up to be one of the lead members of this big the big group of people just behind him, and then followed behind him, you've got, I believe that is Captain Jack. Yes, that is Captain Jack, and you've also got McCard just behind them. So it seems like Hendricks showing that, oh hey, we're the lead people of this pack, and you can't really do anything to challenge us. But they're still 5 behind where they actually really need to be in first place. So
your team being together don't matter unless you're up front.
yeah, definitely. I mean, it doesn't matter how much talent you have, if you're not running up front, no one's gonna care.
Masopes looks like he's shy out of a cannon. He's just up the 20.
Yeah, definitely.
Right now.
Yeah, I can't remember where exactly Masopes had started, but we've actually got our first lag out of the race. Trainer in the 34, sadly. I believe he was a starting park.
Well,
but yeah.
Got here and parked it. At least he got the
Definitely.
points.
Yeah, definitely. Masopes in 22. I don't know where he came from exactly, but I think he was like lower top 10. He definitely got a very amazing start. Although he could possibly be pushing his tires a little bit too much in this stage.
Yeah,
Just
that's
from,
exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking he was running a loose setup. Is what it looks like. He's so much faster than this group of four that he's with right
definitely.
now.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see if he manages to make it all the way or if he manages to blow his tires out before he comes across that line. So we're going to be joined by Mayhem here very shortly.
Yay! Everybody loves to see a little mayhem sight.
Definitely
Except for
very
most
good.
people.
Yeah, you're not going to find very many Mayhem tomorrow fans, especially in the truck series, which is unsurprisingly enough where he races.
Oh well. Maybe he'll win a championship and get all the fans.
In his dreams. Anyway.
Pretty singled out and just chill right now. No one's really battling them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it seems like everyone's just kind of mellowed out and relaxed a decent bit. I don't believe we're going to see a whole lot of fighting because, again, as I said earlier, it's just a lot of saving. I mean, you're not going to see very many battles as we actually come up on some lap traffic. It looks like the 17. I cannot remember exactly who that is, but give me one moment. I'll figure out. The 17 of Fluffy. Yeah, the 17 of Fluffy. Seems like he got some damage there. A lot of front end damage.
That sucks for him. Pretty early in the race to get damaged.
Definitely. I mean, it's got to hurt just a little bit to get damage this early. But I guess if you're going to get that damage, I guess now is definitely the time.
Yeah, I'd most definitely rather it now than later on in the race. That would just be tragic.
Yeah, I mean, as I said yesterday in the Truck Series broadcast, the first stage is where you get to make all your mistakes. So, hopefully he can fix his issues and maybe bring that car around to a top 5 tonight.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. We're actually having a little bit of a battle here for second between Ghost and Heredia. I mean, they're both running different lines. As I think we see Ghost just tap the wall slightly and lose second place. And we've actually seen Joker make his way up to battle for fourth, it looks. So he's just sitting behind Masopes now. So he's definitely made his way up after getting out of that pack. But it doesn't seem like
he was struggling.
Definitely, it doesn't look like his teammates really got the memo there, and it seems like they're still kind of stuck back with each other.
Heredia looks like he's sniffing for the lead right now.
Definitely. I mean, you definitely want to constantly go for the lead, but I think in this case scenario, you just kind of let it ride out. Yes, you're going to be missing about 3 extra points, but I think right here in this first stage where saving is absolutely crucial, I don't think you try and race Riley for the lead here. I think you just stay in second, save that car, and don't let the guy in third pass you.
That's exactly what I'm thinking, but I don't think he's thinking the same thing we're thinking.
I don't think he is. I
think he wants that stage.
I guess that's why we're up in the booth and not down there on the track. But I don't know.
What happened to Riley?
Riley might... It seems like he... I don't know. I think he felt the need to come down and pit there. Actually, a lot of people are coming down to pit. I mean, the 21 and 22 of Masopes and Ghost. As well as, I believe that is L. Dallin in the 6. Yes, it is. So it does
like they all wrecked and lagged out for a second. I was like, oh.
Yeah, we're going to see them 4 come down to pit. We've also got a couple more people. It was actually the 38 and the 19 that came down as well. So it does not seem like any of them can make it. Hopefully I can pick up on the leader.
Also trying to find a leader, that's the sad part.
Definitely, I mean, I think the last leader we had was Heredia, but...
I think it shuffled this Jack.
I believe Heredia, with that pit, put everybody a lap down, but... Let's see what happens here as we see the 24. I believe there's... Yeah, as we see the 24 come down, I think the 24 managed to grab the lead there as he just now comes down to pit. The 24 and the 41 both come down. As we see...
Heredia just passed back around him.
The 14 of Mike G come down. Definitely, I seem to have lost leaders here.
We got my soaps, Ghost, and AK racing together.
Definitely, I mean...
Or is that the 20? I have absolutely no idea what's going on, but it looks like my soaps is enjoying his spot.
So just looking at the five people we were actually talking about before pits had happened, UB, Joker, Ghost, Fistbuster, and Masopes. Those five are all sitting there. I think Heredia still has the lead. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from it. I think Heredia still has the lead. It'd be nice if we had someone streaming this.
Yeah, we're kind of in the dark.
Oh, hey, look at that. Nope, that's Xfinity. Never mind. Anyway, yeah, it'd definitely be nice if we had someone streaming this. We'd be able to really kind of tell who was leading, but I think to our best guesses, Heredia is in the lead.
It makes a big dive down below the 20.
Definitely, I mean, Joker is definitely a fan of just making the boldest moves he possibly can, and going down on a dive, it's pretty much textbook for him as we see him start to come up on some lap traffic of the 8. I believe it's lap traffic anyway. Yeah, no, it looks like Joker's going to get around him pretty easily as the 8 of Terrell just slowly drops back. Hopefully the 20 and 21 are able to get around as easily as Joker and Masopes did. So we actually see Joker make a move for what we assume is second place. He's going to have the inside coming into turn 3. He's going to give Masopes a small bump.
Comes back on the inside extra hard. He's got him.
Definitely, yeah, he's going to pull off a pretty much textbook crossover move there.
Joker gets a really good run off the corner.
Definitely, it seems like Joker's going to get the inside here, coming again once more, but we might see Masopes come back and cross under him again, or... It looks like he's going to
fight back on the outside.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be forced to stay kind of on the outside there. And it looks like Joker's going to slide up into him and get a small tap on the bumper as we see this pack of 4 get all bunched up together again after getting slightly separated by Terrell.
This looks like the same thing that happened in the Xfinity race.
Definitely, it seems like the leader just, once again, like Xfinity, just took off and left everyone in a battle for second. Who, again, we hopefully believe Heredia is the leader here.
I was hoping that boy Kenny's tire was gonna pop. I ain't gonna lie.
Definitely, a lot of people were hoping for tires to pop during that race, and I'm sure. Well, actually, I'm not so sure that people are hoping for it now.
Oh, most definitely not.
Definitely. We're actually going to see Joker start to slowly pull ahead of Masopes. It seems like Masopes is kind of slowing down a little bit. He might be getting towards the end of his run. I believe we're coming pretty close to the end of the stage as well. Let's see if I can
made a
find...
nice pass into third right there, or fourth.
Either third or fourth, I mean, it's hard to tell.
We don't find out one day.
Yeah. Someone will say something and we'll just go, oh, no shit.
Hit the wall, didn't
It looks like UB hit the wall there slightly as Fistbuster was able to get back around him pretty decently. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely stage 1 tire saving racing. Hopefully we'll see a little bit more action in the next stage and towards the end of the race.
Hopefully know who's in the lead by the time the next stage happens.
Hopefully we do know. Let's see if I can find our probably leader again in Heredia. Actually, it is looking like Heredia is leading because he's got the 22 of Masopes about an entire backstretch behind him.
Oh my lord.
So yeah, I think Heredia staying out there and being one of the last ones to pit was definitely the right call. He was able to run just slightly longer and they might have gotten up in traffic, as Heredia seems to be just beating and banging on those walls. He might be cutting it pretty close.
Sounds like a Heredia thing to do.
That definitely does. I mean, it does not seem like there's really anyone to challenge him. You've got the 14, I believe he put a lap down not too long ago. And then just behind that 14, you've got Joker. So I think the 14 is going to try and hold up Joker a little bit. Yeah, that's the end of the stage, actually. So we believe Heredia has won the stage there, so congrats to him.
Yay.
It seems like being one of the last ones to pit there was definitely the right call.
Oh, he took 2. That's what he did.
That makes sense.
I was wondering how he got so far ahead. I was like, there's something wrong.
Definitely. I think taking 2 there was definitely lucky. Apparently he got bailed on that one, so there might have been a caution to end that stage, and Heredia might have been cutting it pretty close on those left sides.
Well, his little gamble paid off.
Definitely. It looks like he had 3% tires on those left sides, so I mean, it was a big gamble, but it definitely paid off in the end with that stage win.
Thought we were supposed to gamble at Las Vegas now.
Yeah,
Not Phoenix.
I think we should save the gambling for Vegas. Phoenix is definitely not the place where you want to do it so early in the season. But anyway, coming back across the line, we've still got Heredia up in the lead with Joker in second with Masopes, Fistbuster, and then Ghost. That's our top 5 right now. And it seems like they're definitely going a lot more all out as we see a little bit of beating and banging coming off of 2 and coming into 3.
Big gaggle of cars back, 5th on back.
Definitely. I mean, we're going to see pretty much a repeat of the first stage where it's just nothing but beating and banging in that nice 6th through about 10th, 15th pack. You're just going to see nothing but utter chaos in them, but you're not really going to see anyone go around and spin. A lot of these people, definitely a lot of these people all have the talent to keep the car straight and keep it going fast. I mean, a lot of people beg to differ, but you definitely do not get a cup ride in Hennessy unless you've got the talent and the speed to back it up.
Maybe we'll be in one next season.
Hopefully, as I think we see the 24 clip the wall just before the line there and drop back a couple positions.
Oh man, he was running good in that 6th to 8th range.
Definitely. I mean, he was right up there. I think he probably could have pulled out a top 5 there, but thankfully it's only stage 2. He's got one more to go, or one stage to go here, so.
We can bring it back to the field.
Definitely. Hopefully everything works out just fine for him in the end. We're actually going to see Joker get a bit of a run on the inside and go for the dive with Masopes, who pushes Joker up the track, actually.
Ooh. Gives Heredia back the lead.
Definitely. I mean, now it's just a battle between Heredia and Masopes, but it looks like Masopes is going to have the inside coming up to the line, and he might end up leading this lap, although it's really close. No, it seems like, yeah, definitely. It seems like Masopes is just going to kind of have to struggle a little bit as he's forced to stay on the bottom.
Yeah, Joker pinched him after getting ran over by him a second ago.
Definitely. Joker is just a master of payback. He will move you in a heartbeat if he needs to, and he will pay you back harder than anyone else ever has.
I hate seeing the 88 in the mirror.
Definitely. I mean, you shake a little bit whenever you look behind you and see that 88. So.
Speaking of shake.
Ooh.
About to look on through the field and see if anything interesting is happening.
It seems like our top 3 are going to even it back out a little bit. Again, it's still just Heredia, Joker, and then Masopes, our Xfinity Series champion from last year, actually doing quite good right now so far. It's definitely nice to see him move up to the Cup Series and do some pretty good things, especially running up top 3 right now. So.
That man dominated the playoffs last year in Xfinity, that's for sure.
Definitely, and from what I remember, he'd managed to grab the last, I think it was 3 or 4 wins of the playoffs in Xfinity, so he was pretty much just a lock for the championship. We are finally joined by our 3rd member of the booth, Mayhem tomorrow. Mayhem, you're a little bit late, but who's your favorite for the race? Cool. He left.
He disappeared. He said he does not love us no more. And that he's retiring from Hennessy and
darn. As we're joined once again by Mayhem again. Mayhem, your driver in Heredia is currently sitting in 3rd. He was leading a good bit of the race for pretty much the entirety of stage 1. A bit of a risky pit, only taking right sides, actually managed to give him the stage win.
And that's, I assume, what set him back in stage 2? Or?
No, he's doing perfectly fine now. He got passed by Joker not too long ago, and I believe Joker might have given him a little bump to get by him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I mean, Heredia, I think you probably saw it in stage 1. He's won 3 races in a row here. It's the long run, right? The last 10, 15 laps of the run where he really makes up all his time, but I'm happy to see the 22 car in 2nd place. Masopes has definitely come out to play today. He looks really strong. I'm sure he ran well in stage 1 too.
Definitely, we were just talking about him shortly before you joined. You know, the Xfinity Series champion, your main competitor for that championship. But yeah, no, he seems to be doing an awful lot of good up here in the Cup Series as the new owner for Penske after JoJo had retired from being the owner.
Yeah, unfortunately haven't seen JoJo. I think he would have been right up there with the favorite in the Xfinity race, but just not meant to be. He's got other things going on, so.
Definitely, I mean, It hurts to see him gone, but I guess if there's ever a time to be gone early in the season is definitely when you want to do it, because you do not want to be doing it during those races that really matter, which is just later
and I
in the
mean
season.
a big pickup for Masopes to run well here, because I can see that Sharp is not here, and I think he's someone who you also would have expected to run up front with the 10 and the 88. So, oh, here 22's on the outside now.
He wants the lead.
Yep. 22's actually starting to fight Joker a little bit here. I mean, from what I remember, Masopes had done pretty good, and I think, yeah, Heredia is definitely looking at this, and he's got just hungry eyes looking for that first place once again, try and grab another stage win.
Yeah, well, when you pin someone to the bottom through the corners, they got to use more tire, because to save tire, you kind of want to run that top line like they're all running right here. So when Masopes kind of pins him down there through 3 and 4 and Joker can't get off the corner, it forces him to burn a little bit more tire, which is only going to help, you know, Masopes and Heredia, who I think have the 2 best long run cars, and that 48 Riley's come all the way back.
Definitely running on that inside line coming up through 1 and 2, which, to explain again to people, currently the turn that they're in, I call it 1 and 2, some others call it 3 and 4 due to the old layout. But yeah, coming up through 1 and 2 there, riding on that inside line, it's not good for your car if you just sit there. You'll burn through your tires, you're going to lose all the time that you tried to gain.
Yeah. You see Heredia here, he looks like he's going to make this move pretty quick on the 22, maybe not quite.
Yeah, I mean, Heredia's got that favored line in the outside there. He's going to get a bit of a run on the backstretch and should be able to pull up in front of him. Yeah, Heredia was able to complete that move pretty easily.
And I think you'll see him go quickly. The 22's got to quickly worry about that 48 car, and I think the 88's really going to have to worry about this 10. You know Joker's going to force him to the inside, but Heredia's really smart. I think he's got the better car, and he'll just be patient and you know, just keep waiting until it gets a good exit.
Definitely. Joker is not a dumb man by any means. I don't think he's going to give up that top line at all. He's just going to hold on to that until he dies, essentially.
Looks like we have a car on pit road. I think it's the 19. I'm not sure what exactly the strategy window is here where we are in the race, but
I believe we're just about halfway through the stage, and stage 1 was a tire saving event, essentially. I think we might be coming up on pit stops as we see our leaders put him a lap down. So
yeah, but short pitting here can get you a lot of time. You know, there's 1 or 2 clean laps. Oh, you see the 10 cars coming down right here too.
Now you see
this is what I'm talking about. This is kind of the undercut, right? If he's in a short pit right here, but the 1 or 2 laps. Assuming you got in clean, the 1 or 2 laps, looks like all the SHR, well, 2 of the SHR cars can come down drunk.
Hey, we're going to see Riley clip that inside wall off 3 and 4 and actually give Masopes a small bump. Do not believe he got any damage there, but that's definitely got to be a little bit painful for him and Masopes. Actually going to see Riley come down.
They're all coming
down
here.
22. Seems like everybody but the 38, 20, 24, or 8, 1, I think that is the 11, and someone else stay out.
Not too bad to get a lap lead, but it's going to be interesting to see where the 10 comes out on the 88 here. I think you can really, I mean, you're falling off by about a second, you know, a little bit more than that every lap. So, you know, if he gets a good out lap here, he, you know, could make up a lot of time and be right on the bumper.
Definitely. I mean, short petting, it might be the right call. You want to get those tires or those fresh tires as fast as you can, but I'm not too sure. I think Joker might just come out in front of him, just ever so slightly.
Coming into 3 now.
Joker's exiting pit road as we speak.
So it's going to be
look at the run.
close.
Look at the run the 10 car's going to have down the straightaway, though. I don't think.
Definitely. I mean, we're going to see a small battle here. As we see Heredia move to the outside, but it looks like he's just going to fall in behind him and maybe try and take the inside coming up to 3. There's a small run. He's going to go up on the inside. So I believe Heredia is our new leader. Yep, he's gonna lead that lap there, I believe. The lap line physics at Phoenix are a little bit wonky, so I believe he led that lap, but I could be wrong.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
Just rode out the Joker's wave. Gave it back to him.
I mean, I wouldn't say there's really that much strategy as we see him actually tap the wall there. I don't think that was really in his strategy to just give it back up immediately to Joker. I think Heredia knows that he has slightly worse tires than him, and they're about a lap or two older than his. So.
Yeah, and we saw him really make up that ground late in the run, right? So if you're the 10, this time you don't have to pass the 22. You don't have to waste your time on that. So if you just kind of wait for your car to come in, you know, save your tires, you know you're going to be better in a few laps. No reason to fight him that hard now.
Definitely Heredia doesn't really need to worry about passing up through the 22, the 21, the 48, really anybody. He's just got to worry about getting past that 88, who has been pretty notorious for being hard to pass.
I'm not sure what happened to Riley, because he's 3 wide for 4th after he was, I mean, I think he almost passed Michelle, or he might have cleared Michelle's coming on the in lap, but now he's all the way back there.
I believe just before the in lap, he did clip that inside wall on 3 and 4. He might have gotten a bit of damage from
Joker
that.
got the wall pretty good coming off that corner.
Definitely, that wall is honestly pretty deadly. It'll kill your speed relatively fast. I mean, the Heat 5 wall physics are definitely not the greatest thing in this game. Once you get on that wall, it pretty much sticks you on there like glue and takes away all the speed that you had. It's pretty much a death sentence for whatever position you had.
It's tough though. I mean, when you're coming off a 4, you have to really, I mean, to maximize the run, you've got to get up right next to that wall. You're going to lose a lot of speed. And so you've got to trust it that you're going to get right up there and not hit it, but every once in a while you get a little impatient. And you know, if you're just a little bit early, you can hit that wall, and like you said, it really can hurt, you know, the next 2 or 3 laps with how much speed you're going to lose, and guys are going to get runs on you and pass you. It's tough to recover.
Definitely is really tough. I mean, you don't want to be running just that inside line the entire time. You're going to lose a lot of speed on that long run. You need to, once you're coming up off that corner, you need to slowly move up to as close as you can get to that wall.
Oh, Heredia got it this time, I think.
It seems like Heredia clipped it. They might be getting down to probably about the 40s and 50s range on their tire. Maybe even lower than that, considering the race is being currently on 3X wear.
This is the fun part of the race, to be honest.
Definitely. Once everyone's cars just start slipping and sliding and beating and banging, it tends to get pretty fun, but I don't think the drivers are having a whole lot of fun with the 3X wear race.
Oh, most definitely not.
Definitely.
They all split apart except for the people in the back, and they're just racing their hearts out.
I'm gonna see a whole lot of action up here between our 3 main cars to watch. See if I can flip back and find UB real quick.
You head back about 10. You got 4 or 5 cars right now. You have the 20, the 19, the 21, and the 24 all fighting each other for a top 5 right now. Riley's kind of run away with 4th.
Definitely, both the 20 and the 19 had actually been doing pretty decently today, and so has Ghost, who I believe started in the top 5 and was running up there.
24 got the wall.
24 pretty much
and
hits the wall and gets killed.
Racked the 21 car in front of him, who was just who was right behind him.
Does not look like it does not look like it's going to be a caution, although I could definitely be wrong. That's definitely a bit of a tough break there for Captain Jack.
He was running so good too. I mean, he was what, 7th, 8th place, and now that's no stage points. It's going to be damaged. It's going to set him all the way back on the restart.
Definitely. It does not look like they're going to call out a caution either, sadly. So.
No, 21's got a lot of damage too, because he was right behind him and he just smoked him.
Hopefully.
Nowhere to go.
Hopefully the 24 can manage to keep from going a lap down.
I think if anyone can do it, he can.
Definitely. I mean, he's definitely going to get a bit of a break from Joker, as the Joker just has lead to spare. Well, not really to spare, but plenty of room between himself and Heredia to play with.
Heredia's closed that gap a little bit, though. I think he started to make it a little closer. I don't know if it might be too little too late.
Definitely. I think Heredia's probably closed off about a 10th or 2 on Joker. Probably the past 10, 15 laps. But I think we might be coming close to the end of the stage.
It looks like it because everyone's separated.
Yeah, they're all separated, and you can't really hear it in the throttle. It seems like they're all still going relatively full, as we see Masopes come down to pit again.
Might be a 2-stop race. The 41's on pit road too.
It definitely
the
might be a 2-stop.
Longer.
It definitely might be a 2-stop stage, as we're going to see the 22. Come on.
19's
the 22,
on.
19's on. We've got.
Saw the 24 get on. Captain Jack has got to fix that damage and try and minimize that, right? And try and just get those clean laps in.
Joker and Heredia stay out another lap.
Yeah, I think they're going to come down and pit together. I don't think either of them is really going to try and
I'm surprised Heredia didn't maybe try and jump down again and maybe catch Joker off guard and short pit him. No, it's like they're going to stay out.
It seems like they're just going to keep on going. I mean, I'm not sure what the tire situation is exactly. It could be getting pretty close for them.
Well, Masoph was about 2 seconds, I'd say, over a second behind these guys, but he's probably going to make that up. Just right here, I think the 88's pitting this time. No.
Masoph's going to gain a lot of time on them.
Definitely, he's going to grab just a whole lot of time. Not only while they're in pit road, but even right now with their tires dying.
You might have to wonder if this is a 2-tire versus a 4-tire situation. That 10 car is right there, too. He is absolutely alive these last couple of laps.
Heredia has pretty much closed the gap, as we see the 6, or the 88 and the 10 pretty much just move around the 6. The 6 just holding the high line as well as he can. Heredia moving to the inside. He's going to try and get it out of 3 and 4.
If he can just hold it there to where he wants to be in 3 and 4. Look at him just drive. If he can clear this 88 up.
He might just barely clears him and barely taps him into the wall there. But it seems like Joker's going to get that run down through that line.
I think the 10 kind of let him go as a courtesy there. You know he didn't mean to do that.
It seems like they're both probably going to be coming down pit road this time.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Wow, look at the 10.
Side by side as the 10 manages to just grab the lead back onto pit road. Now you gotta...
48 is the only one out right now.
Definitely, you gotta think. Maybe one of them might have sped there, because they were going just awfully fast going into that pit lane.
I don't know. I think Heredia just pushed it a little bit more. I think he knows he's kind of got to clear Joker. Joker might have damage too. Remember, he's hit the wall twice.
The 48 of Riley didn't. Well, actually, he has pit, so it seems like our current leader coming around, so long as Joker and Heredia stay in the pits, might be Masopes.
Might be.
Heredia and Joker come out just now, with Masopes just now crossing the line. It looks like he's gonna stay in third, as we see Heredia get the better run coming out, with Matt Black in the 1 getting his lap back for just a moment.
Nah.
Watch out for him to do some fuel savings and stuff.
I mean, Definitely, for all we know, he could possibly just be in second, fighting, or at least fighting for second right now. But with how slow he's going, I think he's definitely just starting to get into his run a little bit. As you see, Heredia and Joker 1 and 2 currently, with Masopes a little bit, probably about a second behind. As Matt just now comes into pit, so I believe Matt Black had led a lap there, although I could be wrong.
So that's a good little point for him. So.
Definitely, that's an extra bonus point that he didn't have before, so you take what you can get sometimes.
I look to leave at least one lap a race. I can't say nothing else. I led a lap, got me a point. I don't care where I've been.
Definitely, I mean, from the Xfinity race, I think it was stage 2, I was just waiting, or it might have been stage 2. No, stage 3, I was just waiting for you to hurry up and come down and pit. I was just trying to lead that lap as well, but you just stayed out there forever.
I ran my shiznick down.
Definitely, we're going to see Riley make a pass for third, just get in front of Masopes. That was a few laps ago, but it seems like the two that are really shining right now is just Heredia and Joker.
As usual.
Definitely, I mean, like I said in the pre-race, you're not really going to find anyone else leading. But the only real difference is one of them is a champion and one of them isn't.
Dang.
So, hopefully we'll see Joker remedy that this season. Hopefully pull a championship out of the bag.
If he don't soon, the world may blow
I mean,
up.
he's definitely not on the trading block by any means. But if he doesn't pull out a championship soon, I'm sure he might be... He's going to be placed... Yeah. That's not really going to look too good for him.
If he don't get one soon, then he may be teammates with Heredia.
Definitely. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at the prospect of Joker going over to SHR. I mean, you actually got the owner of SHR in this party who could probably weigh in on it a little bit if he feels like it.
I never know what he wants to weigh in on or what he doesn't want to weigh in on.
I don't know. It seems like he's just gone quiet for a moment. He might be doing something for a little bit. Move around, see if we can find a little bit of action. And again, an update for your top 5. It is currently Heredia, Joker, Riley, Masopes, and Captain Jack just behind him. We'll see if we can find a little bit of action somewhere.
I'm looking all over, just single file race.
Definitely, I mean, you're not really going to find much else. I'm sure they're coming up pretty close to the end of the stage. So... Whew.
Everybody just looks like they're out for a Sunday drive.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much just what it seems to be. I mean, it does not look anything like the Xfinity race did. There's just a whole lot of everyone running their own races, just off by themselves or with one other person. There's no real pack racing later in the stage like there is during the start.
I've returned.
Alright, welcome back, Mayhem. And actually, can we get you to weigh in on the prospect of maybe if Joker doesn't... Actually, that is the end of the stage. Heredia has won the stage, followed by Joker, Riley, Masopes, and then Captain Jack there. But anyway, I'd like you to weigh in on the prospect of if Joker doesn't get a championship sometime soon and Riley, for some reason, puts him on the trading block, is there a chance that he could go to SHR?
Well, I mean, I think the chance is always there. I don't think Joker would. I don't, you're always looking to improve your team. I think that Joker would make an excellent Xfinity driver at SHR, and that's all I really have to say about that.
Fair enough. I mean, he might have a little bit of words for that one, but I'll leave that to you and
You
him.
had to do it to him.
I'm just saying, man, the 98 hasn't come. We haven't seen the 98 on track since Chicagoland. And
Yeah,
if
definitely.
he wants to come over and drive that, I'm not going to say no.
So the save here, as we see Heredia barely lose the lead to Joker on the pit roads.
I think he's lagging. Looks like he's okay now.
I don't think anyone's lagging just yet. We're not really going to have any new faces, but one face that just everybody hates but is running pretty decently right now, Terrell in that 8 car, seems to have made his way up through the field pretty
a lot
decently.
of contact between the 88 and the 22, the 48, 3 wide.
Definitely, they were just
Kind of laid off him a little bit there, it looked like.
just about 3 wide coming through that first corner.
And 20 wants all the smoke right now at Riley. 3 wide, further back. with
Oh, the
19.
8 to the wall!
Ooh.
Well,
Hey, the
I
wall
think
there,
we just
mean,
gave him the announcer's curse.
Yeah.
like I've said before, maybe
was
sometimes I just keep my mouth, need to keep my mouth shut. Anyway, a small battle for the lead. We're actually seeing Riley and Joker work with each other while Heredia and Masopes try and work that outside a little bit. We're going to see
the
Joker
10 finally
slide
cleared
up.
the 88. Oh, the 22's in the wall.
22 barely taps the wall there, lose all of his momentum, and just get trained up the inside going through 3 and 4.
And look at the 20. We haven't really said, he's been up there, but we haven't seen him
Definitely
get up
the
into
20.
this spot all day.
20's been pretty much top 5 material the entire race, and we've also got another car, the 19, finally showing up just a little bit. It looks like he's just going to barely take that 5th place position
48
from the
and
20.
19 have a little history going back to last week.
They definitely have a lot of history between each other, not just last week, but at Texas on Monday as well.
Yeah.
Not a lot of just goodness between them. It's
No. And you see the 9 cars now slid all the way up to 6th place. And the 20 car kind of got put 3 wide and went all the way from 3rd to 7th.
yeah, that 20 car definitely did not have the greatest of
Oh, he just got punted again.
restarts there as he just gets sent once more.
I have to go look and see who that was that sent him. He did him
I
bad.
think it was the 38, but he might have gotten help from behind with how tight those guys are racing.
Definitely, it seems
I
like
see
we
21
might.
it goes. He was a top 5 car. He's trying to work his way back through the field here.
Yeah, the 21, I think earlier stage 2 had gotten walled on the backstretch.
He got caught up. He got caught up in the accident with the 24, which kind of threw off his whole stage when he was fighting for a top 5.
And it seems like he's slowly making his way back up. He seems to be doing pretty decently as we see the 48 of Riley finally pull away a little bit from the 19 of AK unleaded. So hopefully this can
I think
stay
Riley's
this way.
definitely got the 3rd factor. Oh, here comes the 88. I think the
Seems to
10
be
had a lift. He
88.
got a little high out of the corner.
Looks like the 88's going to make the move, try and get on the inside, and possibly slide up in front of him as Riley tries to kind of go through the middle for a moment, but rethinks
he's
it and
gonna go
falls in
3
behind. He's
wide.
going to push him 3 wide,
Go,
actually. Riley
88 kinda backed out of
looks
that.
like
Oh,
he
he got
might
clear.
get the lead here.
Remember what Riley said?
He's gonna
Move,
lead the
boys, it's
lap.
my turn.
Yeah,
Give me
we
my
think
point.
Riley might have led the lap there. And again, the lap line at Phoenix is a little bit
Oh.
wonky.
10 car with a big shot to
19
the
sending it
88.
3 wide.
Definitely, they're going 3 wide once again, fighting for second between the 19, the 10, and the 88.
The 22 and the 9 have both pulled up into this battle.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all this fighting, it's just, they're going to start slowly getting pulled back together.
You see 22 get back in the picture. He kind of gave the 10 a little tap.
Definitely, Masopes has made his way back up as we see a little bit of knocking on the backstretch there between the 10, the 22, and the 19.
The 10 and the 88 do not want to get held up anymore. They need to kind of clear these guys and start running down that 48.
Definitely, Riley's just pretty much running away with it right now. He's got nothing but free roads ahead of him. So,
I did not expect this to happen.
Gonna come down to the long run.
Hopefully they can pull themselves together and just get caught back up.
Further back, not a lot really going on here. Everyone's just kind of single file.
Definitely, I mean, it's just a lot of single file racing. Early in the stage is not really when you want to make your moves. You want to really try and start making them later.
Well, I think there's a balance to that, because I think early in the stage, right, if you're in the middle of the pack, you gotta find your way up. It's really hard to pass cars here. Right, if you get, we've seen guys get shuffled back, you know, to 7th, 8th place. Like Ghost was a top 5 car, and now he can't find his way, you know, back really close to the top 5. He's kind of way off those guys because he lost the track position. So early in the run, you want to get that track position. But if you have a good car, you got to kind of manage that and be patient, and not burn your stuff up, and try and make some moves later on.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, early in the stage, you want to try and get up as much as you can, but you really want to try and save your late stage big moves. Is when you really need to get yourself together.
It's going to be really interesting here. The 10, if he's a little faster than the 88, how hard is Joker going to fight him? Because if these guys start battling, the 48's going to walk away with it. So if Joker, I thought he almost like pulled down there to let him go. And yeah, you see him. He's going to go way high through this corner. He's going to let the 10 go.
Definitely.
And he's just going to kind of run behind him. That's smart racing.
I think Joker knows that the 10 is just slightly faster than him on long runs. He's just going to let the 10 run down Riley for him and just tag along behind him and just pull Masopes with him as well.
Right. Well, he knows, right? If that 10 car goes and catches the 48 and they battle, that's only going to benefit him. Right? He's gonna be able to make up some time. But if he spends 4 or 5 laps battling the 10 car, which he probably could right now, then that's only going to hurt him, because whoever wins that battle is now going to be 3 or 4 seconds behind the 48, as opposed to, the 1.5, 2 seconds it is now.
Definitely. I mean, you do not want to let that leader get away, because once he does, it's pretty much all but over.
Yeah. 48's in a very similar position to where I was in the truck race on Wednesday. He's way ahead of the field. And a caution really could hurt him, right? But he wants to see this thing go green, because if he's in a good rhythm, it's hard to make up time. These guys.
Definitely. I mean, not only we're seeing shades of the truck race, but we're also seeing shades of the Xfinity race, in which the 7 of Kenny in stage 3 managed to just get a really good run.
Bad.
Very, very bad race stop.
Did you see that? I wasn't sure if I was the only one who saw that, but he was all over the map.
Definitely a little bit of lag on his end. Hopefully he does not get torn to go to the back, but at the same time I would not really be surprised.
No, it looks like he's kind of straightened it out now. Maybe just a little spike there,
Seems
but definitely
like
coming up too. He was teleporting all over the racetrack.
We might see Masopes get around him here, either by force or by Joker just letting him by, since he's lagging just a little bit.
I don't know. I don't think the 88 doesn't really let anybody just go by him.
We're actually going to start seeing pit stops happen, as I believe. Okay, anyway. We're going to see the 9, the 38, the 41, the 8, and the 6 all come down to make their pits.
Yeah, and this is going to be interesting how long, what game do the 10 and the 48 play with each other here? If you're Heredia, maybe you try and pit that lap or two earlier and gain, we've seen how much time you can make up. if you come in that lap or two earlier, so maybe he tries that to at least kind of get himself closer to that 48 car. I think they're going to have to stop twice for sure in this last stage.
Maybe we do see him try and pit just a little bit early, but we could also
here comes
see
the 88.
Here comes the 48, and
the 48
the 88,
too.
the 10 stays out. As we see Ghost finally make up a little bit of position and make his way back into second.
So this is going to be interesting now. This is a huge lap for the 10 car. I don't think there's a chance he doesn't pit on this lap.
Definitely. I'm sure we'll see him and the 21 and the 24 all come in. It looks like he's going to come in now.
And you can see him. He's pushing it. He knows. You got to make up some time.
Definitely. I mean, Heredia is just really...
21 had a really good entry, too.
Heredia is just really scary with these pit stops sometimes. It may look like he speeds, but he cuts it real close.
To make sure all these guys on the cups, on that kind of first wave didn't speed. The 88 looked... Oh, the 22... No, the 22 coming out. Yeah, no one sped there, so that's good for those guys.
Those look like none of them sped. We're going to see if we can pick back up on our leader. We're going to see that first round of pit stops pass by.
No, I think you still got some guys out on the track, though.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can catch.
See what this 10 car does.
The 48 or the 88. Actually,
you
gonna
see him, he's coming off now. He's going to lose some time. Watch this 48. He's going to just, he's not even up through the gears yet.
48's just going to fly by him pretty easily.
Oh, the 88's going to pass him too. That might actually, I mean, without a caution, this is Heredia's race. We're really in jeopardy here of making it 4 in a row.
Definitely. I mean, Heredia might have made a little bit of a mistake just trying to lead that lap there. It seems like Riley and Joker were able to get that slight undercut on him and just push
I would not be surprised if Riley kind of faked him out like he wasn't coming in. Look how quickly this 10 car's moving, though.
He wants to smoke. He's probably going to get it.
We're right around him. Oh, a little contact further back. The 9... 4th place. If there was a spot for a caution to come out, it's this race for 4th place.
Definitely, you're gonna see a lot of battling, mainly just for 4th place, just because the top 3 are so just strung out, and you've just got a lot of real, just violent cars. The 22, the 9, the 19, the 20. A lot of them are very aggressive drivers that really just want to get things done as fast as they can.
And I think the thing too is, you know, I think McCart's had a really strong run, but I don't think it's a secret that these 3 cars that are currently behind him have run in front of him all day long, right? So these guys in their head are all thinking, well, I'm faster than this 9 car, why is he holding me up? And it'll be interesting to see that dynamic, you know.
Definitely. I think we might see
a game how long these guys ride.
Definitely, I think we might see a little bit of game of just whoever gets up front. Just the 3 behind him are always going to fight and go, this guy's slow, let me up front. So we could just see a lot of shuffling around here for 4th place.
Well, you see him, he's just holding on to that outside line. And that's all he really needs to do to keep up with these guys. Like, he's taking the run off the corner. You see him pinch the 22 off here. So now Masopes doesn't get a run, really.
It seems like Masopes does have a little bit of a run. It looks like he's actually going to take over 4th place, but just barely. As we see, we might see the 19 follow just behind him.
Yeah. The 21, who's really benefited from this, is the 21 of Ghost. You see him, he's back in that picture. He's kind of closing in on these guys.
Yeah, definitely. That 9 car, he does seem to be a little bit slow, but he's just holding up that outside line. We just saw Fistbuster there tap the 9's bumper while on the outside, so the 9's definitely a little bit slower.
I think, yeah, the 9, I think, pit 2 or 3 laps before the rest of these guys, which is how he kind of got up there. But this is, the tires eventually kind of even out, right? Those first couple of laps, you kind of got an advantage. But right now, these tires are kind of even. So now you see kind of what we were talking about, where when you get that track position, it's hard to pass at this track, especially when the tires start to wear.
Definitely, I mean...
So we can just hang on.
After you pit those first 2, maybe 3 laps, if you can manage it, you want to be going just as hard as you can, use up that bit of benefit that you get from pitting early and getting those fresh tires. Because after 5-6 laps, they tend to even out pretty quickly, and they start to hurt you.
G20 car is going here, but I think the 9's going to hang on his corner panel. Oh, nope, 20 going to clear. 9 thought about the crossover. He still think he's going for it. Looks like he thought better of it and laid it off.
It's definitely good. I think if you're currently in the 9 situation, I think right now you focus on trying to get that 5th place position back.
I'll tell you what, this 10...
trying to manage your car.
The 10 and the 88 are closing on this 48 ever so slightly. It's going to be interesting. Heredia, I think, has to hit the undercut on this pit stop or pit at the same time. He cannot run extra laps.
Definitely. I do think
behind
that
the
they
48.
I do think that they are slowly catching up to Riley in the 48. But definitely, Heredia here does need to get that undercut. Because we've seen how beneficial it is with Heredia dropping 2 spots to the 48 and 88.
Well, you can kind of see if you ride on board the 10, I've been kind of riding on board with him for the last couple of laps. Look how much closer to the wall he gets off the corner, especially in 3 and 4. The 48 doesn't really get all the way up there, and that means the 10 car is on the throttle a little bit longer, going a little bit straighter, which is going to make up speed. You know, I mean, I don't know if you saw it on that lap. The 48 is like an entire car width away from the wall. That 10 car is almost hitting it.
Definitely, Heredia's getting...
We're making up all that time. You'll see it probably. Oh, 48 gets a good corner here.
Definitely just getting as close as you really can to that wall whenever you really can, but...
The 10's got to be careful, though, because what'll completely set him back is if he hits that wall one time. Right, you're going to lose 3, 4, 5 laps of work if you hit that wall or you got to lift for that wall. But at the same time, you're not going to gain if you don't get that close. So it's really, you know, this is where Heredia's got to prove himself as the driver that we say he is. He's driven away from that 88 car. I mean, he's putting down the fastest laps without question right now on the racetrack.
Definitely. I mean, if you do hit that wall, like we said earlier, it pretty much just kills your entire run. And if we see Heredia hit the wall, I wouldn't be surprised in to see the 88 finally get back up to him and possibly even go around the 10.
I mean, you can see it, that 10 car. It's visible now how quickly he's catching him. Oh, we got 3 wide here. Oh. 3 wide for 5th. It's going to be Ghost who actually split the 19 and the 9. And he's back into the top 5. Great recovery from him after getting caught up in Captain Jack's mistake earlier.
Definitely, that's an amazing recovery. I think Ghost is currently in... No, he is... Nope, Ghost is currently top 5, I believe. So yeah, good on them. It's definitely a huge battle for 5th. Just getting that top 5 is pretty good for Spirits. I do not believe you get any extra points from it, but it definitely feels good to get a top 5 finish after a race.
And yeah, the first car coming down pit road, I think it was Masopes. 22 who came down.
Does look like Masopes and the 41 as well came down pit road.
Yeah.
So we
41 was in a battle with 3 or 4 cars, so this could set him up kind of in that McCard position we talked about. But right now it all comes down to these leaders, right? What's the 48 going to do? What's the 10 going to do? Because he's there. I mean, Heredia's there. If he can just keep it on this 48 car with how much he gained last run, he'll have the lead.
Definitely. I think if they don't all come down together, we might see the 10 trying to undercut both the 48 and 88 here. So.
Yeah. Ooh, 48. He might be getting a little loose.
Yeah, it seems like he's getting real close there towards the end of the run. Starting to get real loose and real shaky while coming off.
Oh, the 22. I think he's going to get going before they catch him. Yeah, no problem. Oh, I think the 48's coming this time. What's the 10 going to do?
seems like
gonna stay.
Oh, he's gonna stay out.
I do not think that is the right move. We're gonna see the
I think
88
he
come
just
through
threw the
again.
race away.
He's got to come down this time.
I mean, definitely. He's either
Unless
got to
he's
get.
trying, unless he's really trying for the overcut, which, you know, where he'll just try and have the fresher tires by a couple laps. Because he's staying out. He's not pitting.
I mean, it's definitely interesting to see. He's going to stay out one more lap. He's going to put the 48 and 88 one lap down. He could possibly be hoping for a caution here.
I think
I'm not sure.
I mean, we'll definitely talk to him about it in the post-race interview, but I think the plan for the 10 is he's going to try and stay out. He knows that he's better on the long run, and then he's just going to try and get a little bit more short-run speed to the point where it doesn't matter, where his fresher tires will matter more.
If they're actually going to see the 48 and 88 come out of pit road just ahead of Heredia. They've got about a backstretch length between them. So they're still only a lap down. I mean,
Here comes the 10.
okay, here he comes down now. We're going to watch.
This is the race right here. He's got to push this, but he's got to be careful. Alright, no problems with his entry
Riley
there.
here.
Nice.
Hopefully Riley's able to get not only a lap back, but also somehow get in front of Heredia here.
I think he'll definitely have the lead. The big thing for Heredia is if he has to pass that 88 car again, it's gonna hurt him. He needs to come out between the 48 and the 88 here.
Definitely, he needs to come out ahead of at least the 88 as we see them unlap themselves just now.
This is it. We saw how much ground that 10 car can make up. You have to think that he knows what he's doing. He's won this race 3 times in a row.
We see the 10 car come out now, although
Whoa.
yeah, that is the 10 car, I think. Yeah, the 10 car just now came out, and he's got...
Riley
Oh, he's
just
got the lead. It's not even close.
Yeah, he's got one hell of a lead. It seems like that bit of a gamble might have paid off
He might
there.
have two-tired him again.
I don't think he
I
two-tired
don't
him.
think
He was in there for a
he had
good
bigger
while.
lead.
He was in there for a good
Lead
while.
like
I definitely think.
Oh, he did 2-tire. I think you're right.
He had to have. He couldn't get a lead like
There's
that.
no way he can have this big of a lead if he didn't take 2 tires. I can't believe he done it.
He's going to be cutting pretty close. I mean, he did this again back in stage 1, and he just got really lucky managing to finish off the stage with a win, or with a stage win on 3% tires on his left side. So
You have to think that he knows exactly what he's doing here, though. I mean, I think the fact that he's been setting this up since the first pit stop, when he stayed out those extra 2-3 laps, to stay out the extra 3 laps this time, that's 6 more laps, right? And so maybe his tires can make it now.
I mean, I'm sure that
Maybe.
is his exact plan.
And what's only going to help him is the 48 is behind the 1. Or not the 1. Is it the 1? No, it's not the 1. Who's he behind? Riley's behind the 20 here. I think Fishbuster might have taken 2 too. Either that or he's a lap down.
I believe
But if these
Fistbuster
guys start
might be
racing-
down.
Oh, he cleared him really quick, which is great for Riley, because if Riley would have had to race that 20 car for 2 or 3 laps, that 10 car would have just driven away.
Definitely. I mean, the 10 car of Heredia, he's got, you know, probably a little bit over a backstretch length between himself and the 48.
I mean, you
So-
see him on the backstretch, yeah. I mean, he's into 3 when Riley straightens off of 4, or off of 2.
Definitely. I mean,
And he's still running perfect laps. And you see him, he's not cutting the apron, which means he's saving the tires.
hopefully the strategy pays off for him. I mean, it is a huge gamble to
It
do
is
this.
it's a huge gamble, and if this doesn't pay off, I mean, why wouldn't you just pit with the 48 car? You were running him down on 4 tires. You know, you have to think that he's been thinking this out.
Definitely. I'm sure this is just part of Heredia's just big scheme of trying to get win number 4 at Phoenix.
4 in a row. I don't know how many laps are left.
Neither. I do not believe we have a live stream up for it, sadly.
Unfortunate.
Riley's running him down pretty quickly too. That's the other thing.
If there's enough left, Riley can just drive up there and pass him, but
Yeah, but I don't know. If you took 2 tires, I mean, it's gotta be sub 20 laps, and you've already run 5 or 6, right? So, I wouldn't be surprised if we're somewhere around 10 to go.
Definitely. I mean, again, Riley's still got pretty much a backstretch to go before he catches that 10 car, but it seems like he is gaining pretty decently through the laps as I'm riding with him right now, actually.
Well, you see it because he can cut the dog leg, he can get into the corner deeper, and he can get off the corner faster than the 10 car. You know, that's, I mean, that you're talking half a second a lap at least right now that he's catching them.
Definitely. I mean, I'm sure he's gaining pretty fast. Let's see if we can try and get a decent idea of which one.
See if the 6 car, if this 6 car gets in the 10's way, this is going to be really, this could change the race.
Definitely, I think Riley...
Good job by the 6. Yeah, he just kind of lets him go there. Lets him run his line.
Yeah, definitely. I think if you're the 6 here, you just kind of move out of the way, let the 10 car keep going.
Yep, and he's got to move out of the way for the 48 too, right? I mean, there's no...
Definitely. I mean, he might... as we see the 6 hit that inside wall somehow, he might have blown a tire, although I could be wrong.
Oh,
I'm sure Riley might have soiled himself a little bit there after seeing that 6 car start to move back up.
That could been fun to watch. I think he's okay. I think he just lost it because now he's just running behind Joker.
I think he did. Might have just lost it there. I don't want to say he blew a tire.
Well, there's no way he'd stay out on the track if he blew the tire, but man, that was, I mean, boy, that had to be a hell of a moment for the 48 car to watch that happen in front of him.
Definitely. I mean, we're actually going to see the 48 definitely making up a lot of time. As he seems to has made up a second in the past 3 or 4 laps.
So I can't tell if the 20 car is in 3rd or if he's sped and he's a lap down. But this would be a great run for the 20 of Fistbuster. I don't know if maybe he did the 2 tire strategy too.
I'm not sure if the 20 only took 2 tires or not, honestly. I feel like he might have taken the full 4 because I believe he pit, if not at the same time as the 48 and 88, just before them.
Well, you have to remember that he was behind, I mean, he was behind the 22. He was pretty much even with the 19 who's running behind the 21. So that's where you kind of would have expected him to come out. They were way behind the 88 car.
Definitely might be. I mean, he's not showing like he took only 2 tires there. He's cut through that dog leg.
He might have sped on pit road is what I'm thinking. It'd be really unfortunate. He was running really good too.
Yeah,
I think that's the race. I think the 10 car just won.
Yep, that is the race. That looks like the 10 car has won with the 48 just behind him. Looks like
you got
coming
88,
across the line.
22, 21, top 5.
That is an amazing run for Penske. There only 2 cars had run today, and both of them managed to pull out that top 5. Hopefully we can get...
Penske. Great run for Hendrick too, 2nd and 3rd. You'll never complain about that. McCard was fast.
Definitely, I don't think they're going to complain whatsoever. Hopefully we can get Heredia in here for a post-race interview.
That's pretty exciting.
Definitely, I mean, Phoenix isn't known for being the most exciting racing, but definitely put on a little bit of a show with those top 4, top 5 even cars. Let's see if we can get him in here.
As many times as he's been in the booth, he don't have an invite.
So I just got word the 20 car did take 2 tires and finished 3rd.
Yeah, but we're actually going to
Oh,
see
Great run for him.
McCard had managed to get fastest lap, so congratulations to him. That's going to be an extra couple bonus points there.
nice.
So your top 5 is Heredia, Riley, Fishbuster, then Joker, then Masopes.
Nice little top 5 right there.
I think that's about the top 5 you would have predicted if you're coming into this race, I feel like.
Yeah, that's the top 5 drivers in the series, I would think.
Definitely, as we're kind of struggling to get Heredia in here. He's not sure which party it is. Apparently he's not in it. So hopefully we can fix that here shortly. Oh. He's definitely
Let's see if I can get him. Is he invited?
I think he would be.
Doesn't look like he is. I might have selected the wrong party, but I don't know.
Oh, I got him.
I'm not too sure. But
Oh,
anyway,
it said I can't add him.
I added him.
Okay, well that's why.
Yep, we are finally joined by...
finally added me.
Yeah, definitely. We're finally joined by the Heredia God. Win number 4 in a row at Phoenix. Taking 2 tires there in stage 1 and at the end of the race, definitely a big risk there. I mean, how'd you do it?
I mean, I knew I had a magic number in my head. I can't tell you it's a secret, but it's a magic number where I know I could take 2 tires and make it. And yeah, it worked out for me. I got close. I think I got like 2-3% at the line there. But
Definitely. That's amazing. I mean, from what I heard in stage 1, you'd managed to come across and grab that stage win with only 3% on your tires.
Yeah.
And you definitely cut it really close there. Towards the end, actually, when you saw Riley making your way towards you, were you worried at all? Just seeing him.
I was shaking. I was nervous. I was wondering if I could make it. I knew if I could make it, I could push. I could probably keep my distance, but I was just worried. He was coming in pretty hard.
Fair enough. I mean, hey, you're in the majority of people there being worried to see that 48 in your rearview mirror. Mayhem, do you have anything you want to say to your driver getting win 4 in a row at Phoenix?
Well, first of all, congratulations, Phoenix, the home of Heredia. But I think the biggest question for me is obviously stage 3, you take off in 2nd place, and for a second it looked like you were going to be back in 4th or 5th, and you were way behind that 48 car. How did you kind of reset yourself and manage to run him down?
Before the last pit stop,
yeah, well, when the stage started, you were behind the 88 and the 48.
Yeah,
how did you kind of rebound?
Well, I mean, like, I was maybe because I had to just get into a rhythm. I was pretty frustrated after like getting behind him. I was like, there's no way I can catch up. But like after like the pit stops, I calmed down, got into a rhythm, and I started running him down slowly but surely. I was there. I was figuring out my mistakes by watching what Ubi was doing. So I cleaned up some mistakes and I just ran him down.
That's awesome. And then the one question we had when we watched the broadcast, we watched you run him down before that final stop. You know, were you thinking about just pitting at the same time as he was and just kind of running him down that way? Or did you have it at that point in your head that you were for sure going to take the 2 tires?
Well, I mean, yeah, I had it in my head, 2 tires. Like that was my strategy: to take 2 tires and hope and pray I don't die.
Pretty good.
Fair enough.
Premeditated.
Definitely worked out there in the end. Dank, do you have anything you'd like to say?
I really don't got much to say to him. That man knows he's the truth, and he knows he was going to win this race before it even started. So, on to next week.
And definitely, if you can go in knowing that you're going to win this race, it's definitely a great feeling. Since it seems like we're not really going to have anything else to say, thank you everyone for coming and joining us for the Phoenix Cup and Xfinity race earlier. And once again, congratulations to Heredia on getting the win at Phoenix today, locking himself into the playoffs again. Be
2
sure
wins
to
for SHR so far this season, proving themselves perhaps as the dominant organization.
Off to an amazing start so far in the season, as we will see all of you on Monday for Xfinity and Cup Series at Sonoma. So, thank you once again for showing up and watching this broadcast, and we will see you guys on Monday.